Anyways, hey guys, we are back. How are you doing? It's been about a week since we last recorded, so we are on time. Though you really wouldn't know that because we could have recorded this already and done it after the last episode. Who knows?
Who knows?
Anyways, we stand true to our promise. But we're going to start off with some good news, and then we'll jump into our today's topic, which I will let you know about after she talks about the good news, and we'll kind of go from there.
Hey, Skylar,
What's up?
do you know what day it is?
What day is it?
It is a good day for good news.
No
That's what day
way!
it is. And I thought that this news was kind of cool. It's cool for women, and it's also cool.
I don't know what it is again, by the way. I probably will never know what it is.
It's
fully.
also good for the disability community, and we are caretakers in the disability community,
Yes, we
or for my
are.
father, I should say. So I don't know. I saw this cool news. So
All good news is cool news.
this is from the 19th News, 19thnews.org. What it means
Never heard of
to
that.
have a woman in a wheelchair featured on U.S. currency. So we have our first person featured on the U.S. quarter
You don't say.
in their wheelchair.
Hmm.
I do say.
Hmm.
And you might think, Carrie, that's not true. Franklin D. Roosevelt has been on currency. And you're right, he has. But as a floating head, a lot of people didn't even realize that he was in a wheelchair for his presidency. I mean, in all seriousness, like, think about it. Like, we have social media now. You see all that.
Yeah, I had no idea, to be completely honest with you, that he was in a wheelchair.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. So Franklin D. Roosevelt was it that surprises me that you didn't know that, and I'm not trying to. Yeah.
It's just not something I really, I guess, care
Yeah,
about
no,
to know.
no, I understand why you would not care to know about that. I do. I just thought that was common knowledge. Anyways, so this person is Stacy Park Milburn, who is a late disability justice co-founder and activist. She is the first woman in a wheelchair featured on U.S. currency, and is the first person whose wheelchair is actually shown, calling back to that fact that I gave you about President Franklin D. Roosevelt. So she is in her wheelchair. Here's a picture, and we'll share this on the podcast. That is the quarter. This is the first time that he's seeing it.
Oh,
And what I especially appreciated was not only is she in her
pretty cool.
wheelchair, but if you look around this area, she also has her trach tube in. When my father came home from the hospital, he had a trach tube, and he had
okay.
I'm not even sure what they call it, like a peg. We had to do his food and his medicine. You remember when he
Mhm.
came home in that. So I just really like that representation, not only of an activist, but of a woman, of somebody as a part of the disability community. Something like a trach that I think disability, we think of like wheelchairs and braces and can't think of what they're called right now, the side things that they give you.
The walkers.
What you like
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, anyways, so that's gonna bother me now. What you get when you break your leg, what you walk with.
Crutches.
Crutches, thank you. Yeah, think of crutches. So
Or
I just
walker.
thought that was cool that they included that. And that's good day for good news that we have a little bit more representation.
Not only was it a good day for good news, but today I learned.
Today I learned.
Today I learned. Yeah, I didn't. I had no idea, but that's pretty cool. So moving
There's a
forward? Is that
lot
going to
that
be the new quarter moving forward?
No, I believe that it was like a special feature,
It's like
but
like a special edition
but
type.
it's still going to be out there. It would be nice if they would change the US currency to some other more inclusive things, but I do think that it's a good first step that it's out there in production and you can use it to pay for things.
No, I think that's
It's in circulation.
it's good. Good for inclusion. Definitely. No, that's really good to know. So that's really good news.
It is good news. It's a
Yeah.
good day for good. It's a good day in general, but it's a good day for good news.
I know. There's so much good news going around. Like Casey, for example, but we won't really talk about that. But anyway, so today's topic is eating out without feeling guilty. How many of you guys eat out and feel guilty about it, or whatever the case may be? Family events, not eating out at home, pretty much. How many of you deal with the guilt behind food? Is that something you struggled with?
Oh, yes. Yes. And I'm on a new journey now where it's not guilt so much as it is just some different health issues I had to really relearn
Right.
how to eat, and I don't talk about it on the podcast, but I have lost 25 pounds out of 40 that I gained, which is nice. So that was all. I made a joke to Skylar last night that I'm a perfect example that weight loss really does happen, and the majority of it happens in the kitchen
It
and
does.
in your
It
diet,
really does.
because I have not, I mean, I've been in the gym, but I have not been in the gym like how I'm supposed to be. I've been running with my friend Casey that he just mentioned, but anyways, it's, yes, I have struggled with that in the past. This has been such a transformative year in learning balance and learning how to eat out without guilt.
Hmm.
Also, for somebody like me and others who may have things that they just really shouldn't have in their diet, learning how to pivot around that when you're out to eat. And it's like, it's okay that I can't have X, Y, and Z, because I'm so thankful that I can have A, B, and C,
Yeah.
like, as other options, and learning how to pivot from that.
How do you think your relationship with food has evolved to no longer feel guilt when you do eat out or maybe eat something that's outside of your normal diet?
I think that I am a part of a larger population of people that have an addictive personality. And with that being said, I have stopped, mostly cold turkey, so many different things from my late teens and my early 20s that were, whether it was alcohol or drugs or hard drugs. I mean, I am such an advocate of being honest about this journey.
Right.
And in stopping each thing, I didn't stop everything at once, but when I would stop something, I pretty much, I mean, you know that to be true. Once I stopped something, might have taken me a while, then I stopped. And it was like that with a lot of different things.
Hmm.
Anyways, I feel like that last final frontier for me was food, because I had let go of this, and I had let go of that, and all these crutches that I held over the years. And I think food was that
Is
last
it
emotional crutch.
like the thoughts
Oh, it was
around
such
food or
the thoughts around food, the comfort around food. And I don't mean to sound any other way than genuine, but it's really like, if you know, when food is a crutch for you.
Mhm.
I think it's really hard to understand when it's not your daily battle or your daily struggle, or if you're not somebody that has an addictive personality, which we're different in those ways for sure.
Yeah.
But anyways, to answer your question, I think that I was able to learn that balance and to do better once food wasn't that last crutch.
Hmm.
And some people just have to learn the hard way, and that's what happened with me and my
You
health.
mean like going through some type of like health issue hard
Yeah, a
way?
health scare. Yeah, because I went through a few health scares before I really stopped using food as a crutch. And I don't know how I know how I arrived at this. Everybody's individual. You would have arrived at it at some point in your journey too. Yes, food is wonderful, but food is also a tool, and it's for your body, and it's to fuel your body. And food really is medicine. And I think kind of learning that is such a game changer for so many people that get healthy or lose weight. It's not about eating healthy for 3 months to fit into a bikini. It's learning how to properly fuel your body for longevity and for health. And I've seen different things in my body be healed based off of certain protocols that I did for 3 to 6 months with a professional's guidance, not off of TikTok, not on my own, with a paid professional. I cannot, he's laughing, but I'm so serious. I've worked with two professionals now in that realm that have everything that they need to have to be able to help me and help other people.
You know why I'm laughing?
I don't know, and I'm a
Oh.
little nervous for you to tell us all why.
Well, I mean, it's not anything like deep or crazy. It's just a lot of people get their nutritional information from TikTok and social media
Okay, I
and all
have
that
something
jazz.
funny for this. So I was talking with a very good friend last night, and I was she's somebody that I share health issues with. So
Hmm.
we bounce a lot of ideas back and forth between the two of us. And we were we were talking, and a third friend of ours, off of my recommendation, went to go see a functional medicine specialist. And Um, I was just kind of going over her results, and really long story short, there was a diet that she was put on, a protocol for 6 weeks to see if it would help with everything.
Right.
And my my friend was like, "Oh, I don't know about that. I mean, I saw this TikTok," and it was like, I had to be
Oh
like,
God.
"Listen, this is a person that has been in the health field for like 40 years. She's maybe even over. I mean, she's I told her, like, I trust her with everything when it comes to my health. I've already seen such great improvement in my health. And I still go to the regular doctor too. Don't get me wrong. It's like it's all about balance. It's all about knowing what's appropriate when. But I told her, I was like, you can't watch 2 TikToks and then be like, "Oh,
This is it.
this is something that I feel like I now can be skeptical about." When a health professional gives you a guidance, something to do, a suggestion, a recommendation. Well, I don't know. I saw that TikTok.
Something to follow.
Yeah, I mean, we had a really good conversation about it. It wasn't anything like that. I mean, it was a great conversation, but it was totally relevant to what you just said about TikTok and all that.
What do you think? What do you think? Like your top three strategies were to overcome the guilt factor, the emotional factor behind not eating out? Yeah, eating
Oh my
out.
God, going to therapy, sticking with therapy, and doing the work. My top three. It was probably not what you were expecting me to say, but honestly, the only way that you're gonna work through the guilt of eating out is figuring out, why do I feel guilty?
To the root
And
cause.
is there something that I can do about it? If there is something I can do about it, am I willing to do it? And if I'm not, why am I not willing to do it? You know, I Sorry, these are all my
No,
answers, but
I
this is
mean,
it's just been such a transformative
what are
year.
you sorry for?
And I just have such a no bullshit approach now. I'm not sorry. I can hear how I'm sounding to somebody that's not in the place that I'm in right now.
That's
And
okay.
I'm not necessarily apologetic about it. I just want to make sure that it's coming off that I understand that there is such a gap between, for example, where I was and where I am now. And when you're on that other side, it's it can be hard to hear that you have a change to make and it's on
You
you.
got horrible eating habits.
Well, I wouldn't even say that, because it's normally somebody doesn't just have horrible eating habits. There's a reason. But anyways, this podcast is about eating out without guilt, and I would say that aside from everything I just said, I think the top 3 things for me was learning how to listen to my body. What when I finish eating it really just doesn't make me feel good, you know?
Hmm.
And when I go out to eat, I've been in the food industry for 15, 16 years, so I know how they make things. A lot of things, like when a steak gets done, for example, it gets slathered with this like butter oil.
That's why it tastes so
And so it
good.
tastes so good. So I still get the steak, but if I remember, I ask for it without that. I don't always remember, you know? And if I don't, whatever. I also try to make sure that if if I am going out, which I do, we eat out pretty frequently. We're gonna eat out after this. We're going out with our friend Casey. It's the third time he's coming to this conversation.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
are.
we're going out to lunch with him after this, and it's fine, because just make sure that you have your vegetables and your fruits for the day. Make sure that you have your hydration for the day. What's your protein look like? What's your fiber look like? There's so many. Are you eating your colors? These are all things that I'm learning through my functional medicine person that I'm working with, you know? And
Hmm.
it's like, if I'm doing 90%, 95% at home of all these things that I should be to fuel my body correctly, then who cares if I go out and have like something fried with my friends or some pizza or whatever. It's all about balance.
I think the biggest thing I'm gonna tackle it from a different perspective as well too, from yours. And what you said was really good. I think a different thing too is just how we view food. A lot of people use the terminology good food and bad food, and you've heard me say this before. Like food's just food. Like there is no good food, there's no bad food, and I feel like when you remove that negative connotation around food and just look at it as it is, like you said earlier, it's a tool, it's something to fuel your body. It really helps to eliminate that shame because that's what that guilt is coming from, is from the shame, that shame emotion. So when you no longer are putting, I guess, this title behind something that is inanimate, it's not real, it's just, it's just food. It kind of empowers you and gives you the power back to not feel guilty when you do eat something that you may not eat on a day-to-day basis. Because realistically, a lot of a lot of my clients have gone through this, and they're still kind of working through this. It's just they don't know that they can still eat the foods that they like to eat and still be making progress towards their goals. And they're always so shocked when they tell me that they're going to do something, and I'm like, yeah, go do it. Like, you got an event, go enjoy the event. If birthday's coming up, whatever the case may be, like, go enjoy it. Like, do not deprive yourself of the things that you enjoy doing because of, I guess, an expectation that you're putting on yourself when it comes to the foods that you're eating. Go out, enjoy yourself, and then keep it moving. Don't let this food or whatever it is, have so much power over you where you're missing out on events, or you may not fully be in that experience, or whatever the case may be, because you're so worried about the fact that you went for a second plate of food, or maybe you had some cupcakes, or whatever the case may be. Like, it is what it is. You had it, keep it moving.
Yeah, it's all balance. And to back off, to go off of what you said just for a second, I thought of something. You had said, there's not good food, there's not bad food. First, I want to say definitely I agree with everything that you said about balance, and like, have the cupcake, have the piece of cake, have the hot dog, have the whatever it is when you're out to eat. But I do think, calling back to a lot of weight loss and healthy habits happening at home in your own kitchen, you should also do your best to become educated about what is in your food.
Mm-hmm.
I am learning a lot about what's in our food and how our food is made, how our food is treated. And just an example, I feel like this is becoming a more and more mainstream idea. The way that the wheat is processed in our country actually removes a lot of nutrients, and then things are put back in it to fortify it. I might be a sourdough girly soon. I'm really interested. I followed an account. I wish I had it memorized. I'll have to shout it out if I follow through with this.
Yeah.
But we can get our own grain and mill it, and I can make our own, I don't know, whatever, pancakes or
Yeah.
bread and it's like, not everybody has the privilege or the time to do that. And I understand that, but we do. And I'm really trying to live a no excuse life. So for us, that makes sense,
No, and I think again, I think that's part of having that healthy relationship with food, where you get to the point where you are able to get to be like, okay, well, this is more processed, or this is less processed, or this has more filler in it, or this has less filler in it, or whatever the case may be.
And I don't hold against people who don't know, because you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
And they do such a great job in our education system, right?
So great.
Right? It's such a good
Was it
job.
the food pyramid? That's what we.
So we'll just, yeah. We have the old
Archaic-
school food. We have the old school showing our age
crap.
by that food pyramid, the old one that we used to go off.
They still use it, I think, though.
Not the same one
Is
that
it
we
different?
had. It's a different one, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna look it up real quick. But yeah, so I do not fault anybody that doesn't know the difference between a McDonald's cheeseburger, which they're delicious. Like, don't get me wrong, that is such a good
I make
slug.
better burgers.
You do make
They're-
really
now
good
they're
burgers,
fries. They're
but
fries,
no,
that's a different
I'm
story.
sorry. I still love some McDonald's. That's been a hard one for me. Somebody at work the other day came in with 40 chicken nuggets, and I
my
might have had a bell and a boot. If you know, you know. But anyways,
It's all the protein.
but yeah, just the difference between, a 100% grass-fed, all-natural burger on a bun that wasn't treated or has wheat that was treated, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Versus a McDonald's burger. Like, they're both delicious, but I'm gonna look up this food pyramid.
When you bring up sourdough too, you make me think back to, I don't know if Burger King still does it. They used to have the I forget what meal it was. Sourdough something. I love sourdough bread. Sourdough bread is really good.
Oh,
Is
the
it the same?
there's no single correct food pyramid according to AI/Google, and it is bringing up the old. Oh, here we go. Here's the breaking down the food pyramid. Well, okay, that's the one from when we were kids. That was in 1992. Oh, there's the new one
Hold on, let me see this.
that was from 2025. I'll have to make sure that we include this so you
All right,
guys
see,
can see what we're
like,
seeing.
the only benefit from this is being able to determine like what a food is, like whether it's grains, vegetables, fruits, milks, meats, beans, whatever the case may be. But
Are you
outside of that,
sure? It doesn't have the like the portions on it?
no,
No?
no.
No? Here's the old one from I think that was 1992, which again we're showing.
How is this
age.
portion though? This is not portion. This is just showing what it is.
Maybe we're just not looking at a very in-depth one because I feel like it did have portions in it. I can remember like you were allowed like what 5 to 6 servings of grain. It was like 2 to 3 fruits, 2 to 3.
So like,
Oh yeah, your meat was supposed to be the palm of your hand.
that's
right back
still
to carbs.
used as a
Yeah.
measuring tool.
Maybe we'll do an in-depth podcast on that if there's any sort of interest because now I'm kind of our conversation is swaying in a different way,
No,
but
we're just having a conversation. But I mean, and realistically though, like a lot of people are not gonna follow that. And
they're going to follow what tastes good. Oh, and I don't know if you want to call it retraining, but in eating healthier foods in the past year, I will revisit something and not everything, because, like, I'm sorry, McDonald's cheeseburger is just always going to be good to me. Some things are just like, oh, I used to like this. I don't know. It tastes like more processed or more chemically. Who knows? Maybe that
well, think about it.
cheeseburger
Like
will
when
eventually.
we did the whole 30, and then we started reintroducing
Oh, do you remember
like
that?
remember ketchup? Remember the ketchup? Oh my god!
So we
Heinz, by the way.
We did 3 whole 30 rounds, and it wasn't until the last round that we actually hit the
full 30.
30 days.
Yeah.
And it never was like we didn't try this, but the first round was 10 days, the second round was 20 days, and then the third round was 30. And that's truly just how it happened.
And it wasn't back to back.
It
There was like a
wasn't
break in
back-to-back.
between each time we
Yeah,
did it.
probably this was over the span of maybe 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
But that second time when we got to 20 days, I don't even know what broke us down, but somehow we ended up slumming it at a Buffalo Wild Wings.
Wild Wings.
And everything
Oh my
we
God.
ate was so terrible.
You could just taste the
It
sugar
was
in the ketchup. It
So
was bad.
terrible. Like the burgers were greasy. And I like Buffalo Wild Wings. We've enjoyed it since we've gone back. It's not like we didn't go back,
Right.
but that was such a
But that kind of goes back
experience.
to what you said about like retraining, right? So like we didn't have it for a while and our palates changed. And then we had it again. We broke the 30-day or whatever. And then we just kept having it. And then like after a while, and obviously the ketchup or whatever else we were eating, it wasn't as potent.
Oh, another one. This happened recently. So I switched over to 100% full fat Greek yogurt. I have that with some different oats and nuts and like banana or raspberry.
Whole milk.
Whole milk. And we kind of bounced back and forth between brands, and Sky accidentally he got the right brand, but he got regular yogurt. It might have even been non-fat.
It
I'm
was
not sure.
non-fat, plain Greek
Oh,
yogurt.
Man, it wasn't Greek. It was regular yogurt. I
Was
remember
it?
that. Yes,
Oh.
for sure. And it was just like milk water. Because I'm so used to like that thick, creamy, full flavor Greek yogurt now that it just, I don't know.
I had to stop myself from saying something.
Good boy. You're such a good boy. Anyways, you never know who's going to watch this. Knock it off. But it was like milk water and it was gross.
Yeah, you made sure to let me know that I got the wrong brand.
I'm sure I did. Marriage is marriage, you know? Marriage is marriage. I'll probably let you know 5 times. Yeah.
You let me know enough that it was a once. I think I only did that once.
Listen, ladies, if you train them right. No, I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding.
She's
We
trained me.
respect each other in this marriage. He's trained me too. We respect each other in this marriage. But anyways, yeah, you totally can tell the difference, I think, once your palate begins to change. And that also has definitely lended to just some better choices. I still eat what I want to eat at a restaurant, but I truly don't want the triple lava burger with a bucket of fries anymore. I just don't. It's just not something I crave. My cravings changed. Maybe that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. So
So,
I want you to hear me out on something because this is something I've talked about before, and it's fitness related. And I've debunked a lot of fitness myths. And I guess that's my hear me out.
hear me out.
Hear me out. Social media. and the influx of fitness influencers that have no idea what they're talking about and try to push products. I'm kind of referring to the waist trainer one I reel did not too long ago.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Tell me more.
It's people that are already in shape that lie about how they got into shape, or they're trying to sell or upsell products to people who are looking, for the most part, the path of least resistance to get to where they want
They're
to
getting
be.
that middleman money,
They're
bro.
getting that middleman money.
That middleman money.
And it's tough to combat that because it's so prevalent on social media now where these quick fixes supersede the real stuff.
There is no quick fix. I would
There
have
is none.
found it out.
There is none. Like, there's no quick fix. Like, I'm not trying to beat a dead horse, but if you're someone who's looking to lose weight, if you need to lose weight, 20, 30, 40, 50 plus pounds, whatever the case may be, you didn't put that weight on overnight, right? It was a gradual process of continuing to just overeat and maybe not be as active, whatever the case
So
may
true. So true.
be. It takes time to lose weight. It takes time to rebuild the way you think about food and exercise and sleep and everything else that you need to be healthy, and you're essentially rewiring your mind from learned behaviors from childhood to teenage years to young adulthood up until now. These are things that we've grown up with, and it just drives me crazy.
It's breaking the programming.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's breaking the
Yeah, you're
programming.
basically you're stuck in this circle, right? You're in this loop. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to break off this loop so you can get out of that cycle and essentially just change who you are, be this person that you want to be, this 2.0 version of yourself, and really just identifying as this person. That's why I'm so big on just the mindset stuff and working on that, because while the workout plans are nice and the meal plans are awesome to have, and having an idea of what to eat and how much to eat are awesome, if this is not ready to change and you're not really ready to put into work to do all that stuff, then it kind of doesn't really mean too much.
It's investing in a college course and never going to class.
That's very true. And I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that because I've done that as well too.
I definitely never did that when I was 19. I definitely didn't show up after like 5 or 6 classes. And the teacher was like,
I think I talked about this a long time ago when I lost my scholarship for doing that crap. I had a full ride and I freaking blew it like an idiot because I didn't realize I had this opportunity in front of me and I wasn't in the right headspace to even appreciate what I had, and I lost it. And then I had to do everything else that everyone does, take out a loan and pay that back. Yeah.
How did you learn your lesson?
Yeah, I learned my lesson not to do that.
Yeah, I definitely have my own regrets when it comes to not following through with things, but it feels good to follow through now. It's been for me at least, a 3-year journey is when the health scare started. So
really quickly, I just want to give a few pieces of advice if you are dealing with guilt, when it comes to eating out or just eating outside of your normal dietary foods. One, try to really just remove the labeling of food, good or bad. Like, obviously there are foods out there that are more nutrient dense than others, and you do want to gravitate towards those foods. But at the end of the day, food is just food. So try to remove any negative connotation when it comes to that. Number two, if you know that you're going to eat out, just plan ahead. For example, if you know that you're going to be going to, I'll just use Buffalo Wild Wings. If you're going to Buffalo Wild Wings, in this day and age, there is a menu online that you can look at that will let you or give you an idea of how many calories is in whatever it is that you're eating. At that point, it is up for you to make the choice on whether or not you want to indulge or not indulge, or whatever the case
for
may
the
be.
day. If you're going to Buffalo Wild Wings, maybe that's not the best morning for the full stack of pancakes and the farmer's breakfast.
Maybe you just have some eggs, a couple eggs or an omelet or something like that, and then you go for a walk.
It's like balance is just so important. And walks are good after a meal anyway.
Digestion.
If you're able to take a walk. it's great for you.
Yeah. And honestly, that's probably the biggest two pieces of advice I can give
I
is
was waiting
just,
for number three. Number three, hydration.
oh, well, yeah, that too. Go ahead.
Hydration, period. Number three, just it's all part of balance.
Are you really hungry or are you thirsty?
No, I didn't mean that at all. I meant like just try to make sure that you're getting your water throughout the day. It's gonna help in so many different ways with your body and with how you feel, with your clarity, with your brain fog, with this balance that we keep talking about. Just hydration. That's point three. That's all.
Do you have any more?
I think that we covered everything that I felt that I wanted to talk about today. There's a lot of different kind of trails that we could go off of from
Yeah.
this podcast, but I'm pleased with talking about going out to eat at a restaurant without feeling guilt.
Because you shouldn't feel guilty. You
No.
really shouldn't.
No, you deserve good things. Even my functional medicine person has been like, I love tiramisu, and you will take that from my
Yeah.
cold dead hands. It wrecks me, so I have to plan around it. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
so just
good,
plan around it.
like good for you.
Plan
you know?
around it. Go have your
And figure out what
wings. Go
that
have your beer.
means for you.
Yeah, whatever.
Everybody's different. Like things that I like and don't bother me, it's not for him. There are things that he can have that it's just not for me. Not in this season of life. Not with like everything that's going on with my health. It's just pivoting, and nothing is permanent. That was another thing my functional medicine.
Oh yeah,
person
yeah.
said.
Nothing's permanent.
Nothing's
no.
permanent. You know, she
not
had
for forever.
reminded me that what I'm doing this year wasn't what I was doing last year. It won't be what I'm doing next year. So
Yeah.
be flexible.
be flexible.
There's point four. Be
Be
flexible.
flexible.
And that's
Ding,
it.
ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding, ding. I think that's it. I think we covered everything.
Awesome. Well, I'm hungry, so.
So we're going out to eat without guilt. And you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And with that,
Being said,
let's Mosley.